Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Friday, New Year's Day. Happy New Year's, everybody. I finally got this video ready to go and together. I'm going to be showing my top regular covers for 2020 and top store variants. So basically I've got 12 store variants that were my favorite for the year. I went through a bunch of boxes, and that's kind of what I remember and kind of what caught my eye as being the top store variants for 2020. And then I also pulled out a collection of regular covers that it also could include incentive covers, but excluding store variants. So I'm going to have a list. I think there's 15 of those that I'm going to show. So bear with me. This will take a few minutes, but I first wanted to just highlight real quick the March pre-orders, and one of the interesting things is DC is obviously cutting their comic book line quite a bit. I counted 36 titles. Compared to last year, it's almost a 40% reduction from the amount of titles they had this time last year. So obviously there's things going on at DC. There's been a lot of layoffs. There's a whole Bleeding Cool article highlighting that. I just was on Midtown here going through all the titles. There's also a Bleeding Cool article if you want to look at it a little bit more closely on at your own time. But yeah, I think it was posted just a few days ago, talking about AT&T and all the cuts, and I guess there's more cuts coming. They're talking about reducing more staff. Yeah, it might be an older post. I've been catching a few YouTube videos talking and highlighting it. And there's a new Spider-Man costume coming as well, which doesn't look that impressive to me. Yeah, I mean, I know I just can't seem to find the article. I should have pulled this up ahead of time. But it is out there. I just have to find it. There is an article highlighting the fact that comic books are on the decline as far as production. There's just not as many being produced now. DC is sort of the canary in the coal mine. You will see Marvel probably follow suit at some point. With what's happened with the virus this past year, that's obviously affected comic book sales. A lot of shops have been shuttered and closed permanently. There's been no Comic Cons, basically. I don't count virtual Comic Cons as being real Comic Cons. That doesn't count. So, yeah, right now the comic book industry is obviously on a major decline at the moment. Will it pick back up? I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out there saying it won't. I don't know that I quite believe that, but yeah, who knows? Right now it's on the decline, and there is a big reduction in the amount of comic books produced. DC is sort of leading that at the moment. So thought I'd mention that. Let's get into the covers now. Let me close this up and I will pull out the books. We'll start with the store variants first, because I know a lot of you aren't into store variants. I know they get a lot of criticism because long-term store variants, do they hold their value as well as regular covers? Probably not. I would say on average, they don't. But there are some that do hold value over time. And these are just a list of the store variants that I liked artistically. So I think this is number 12. Yeah, I think I have 12 of them here. Store variants. So this is the Miko Suyan Juggernaut #1, black and white cover. I just think it's awesome. That came out earlier in the year. I think it came out around February, March maybe. I just love this cover. I think this was Unknown Comics was the retailer that was selling this. I think it had a lower print run, maybe 1,000 copies. I don't think it was a heavily produced store variant, but it's not really, you know, it hasn't exploded in value. I think you can still buy it pretty close to what I paid for it. I think I paid like 20 bucks for it, but I just love it. It's black and white. I love the Juggernaut, and you got the Hulk in the glare of the helmet. Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful cover by Miko. Good job, Miko. Number 13 is Venom. Number 26. I love this homage to Tales of Suspense, first Iron Man. It's awesome. This is by Scan. Scan's one of my favorite artists. He's awesome. He just does a great job. And this cover is just awesome. I bought 2 copies. I love it that much. I think this might be the first cameo appearance of Virus. I'm not too sure. I can't remember if that's the first appearance or not. The next one here, number 13, is, I believe this is Batman number 100. Oh, is it Detective Comics 100? It might be Detective Comics 100. No, it's Batman 100. This is the Grizzetti variant with the Joker and Batman on it. It's Raphael Grizzetti. Just, man, he draws so well. It almost looks like a model. It's so good, so realistic. So that's the red Virgin cover, which I think there were only 500 of these produced. And then there is the regular Virgin. I think there was a trade dress as well. I'm just showing off this one. I think those were limited. I believe the store that was selling them, I think there were a couple shops, Comic Mint, there were a couple of them that had that exclusive. But it did sell out pretty quickly, so I was happy to grab it. I think it's gone up a little bit in value since I bought it, but not tremendously. I just love that cover. It's just a sweet-looking cover by Grizzetti. The next one is a Carla Cohn cover. She did a lot of really beautiful Vampirilla covers. Scorpion Comics exclusive. This was limited to only 300, and there's a black and white limited to only 100. So I'm just going to count that as one comic book. Yeah, I mean, that's an awesome cover by Carla Cohn. She's very good at drawing women. Very good. And she's a hot woman herself, so yeah. Frison's the same way. Jenny Frison's a hot chick that draws hot chicks. Yeah, I just think this cover is amazing. There's the black and white, and then, or this is the color, and this is the black and white. I know there's some glare here, but man, it's such a good piece of artwork there. So that is one of my favorite covers of the year. I think that's number 11 or number 12. Department of Truth, number 1. This was a store exclusive out of Scott's Collectibles in the UK. This is the Peach Momoko cover. This is the foil cover. There were only 100, I believe only 100 of these produced. And it's an expensive book. I think this is like a $600-700 book now. It's probably one I should get graded at some point. Just a nice looking book by Peach Momoko. There's also a Virgin. I like the foil better, actually. That's the one that's a little bit more rare. So that one has done well. I'm very happy. I think I paid $50 for that too. It's gone up quite a bit. Next one is a Thor book. I think this is Thor 27, the Miguel Mercado exclusive. Unknown Comics was the retailer. These were limited. It did sell out pretty quickly. I think there was only 1,000 of these produced. It sold out very, very quickly in a matter of minutes. And I just love the art on this. Yeah, Mercado killed it. That is one of my favorite covers of the year for sure. So, what did I say? This is Thor, right? Yeah, Thor. Let me see the number real quick. I know the Virgins, you have to kind of open them up to see. Thor number 6. I'm sorry, I was way off. Well, I think I was saying Venom. Thor number 6, the Mercado Virgin variant by Unknown Comics. Love that cover. The next one is, I think this is number 9, maybe 8 or 9. I'm losing count. This is the Kale No Last Ronin exclusive. Hive Comics, I think, is who sold it. Yeah, it was kind of a smaller retailer was selling these. It did sell out very quickly. These sets, I think they were $60 for the set, and they sell probably around $150 at this point now for the set, $150 to $200 range. Obviously, the black and white with the blood on it looks pretty cool. I guess they call that splash color variant. Yeah, it's just really awesome. Kale No's a great artist. I mean, he's had some really good covers this year. I mean, there's a bunch of Justice League covers that I love that he did. I mean, he's definitely one of my favorite artists of 2020 for sure. And you know, this is an important book. This one definitely got hot, and I think it will continue to do well. And everyone seems to love that turtle story right now. That's doing pretty good. The next one, there's really 2 here. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to count these separately, but I think this is number 5. I'm way off on the count. I think this is number 5. 5 and 6, or 6 and 5. The Momoko Star Wars Adventures. I think this is number 32, and this might be, I can't remember the numbers. They were very limited. The Rey one took a while to get. I got the Yoda one a long time ago, probably 6 months ago. I think this was a Frankie's exclusive. IDW had no problem getting these out, the Yoda ones. The Rey, I don't know what happened, but it took forever to get that. I mean, I think I literally got it just a couple months ago, and I had ordered it back in May. So that was a long wait, but well worth it. So I bought one from Golden Apple for $60. That it sold out very quickly. You know, I believe it's a $180 to $200 book now for the Rey cover. I think the Yoda one goes for about $150, a little less. I think the Rey cover is a little bit more popular. I like the Rey cover a tad better. It's just a really nice design. So I got one from Golden Apple for $60, and I got one from Frankie's. I was one of those lucky people that was in a lottery to be able to buy it. So I ended up winning the ability to purchase it for $27 plus shipping. So I think I paid $33 for it, which is a damn good deal for a $180, $200 book. So yeah, that was one of my big wins of 2020 were these Peach Momoko covers. Obviously, Peach is probably Artist of the Year of 2020 for sure. Just a lot of big books came out this year that she had her hands on. So I don't love all of her covers, but these covers are really good for sure. So I'm a big fan of some of her artwork, not all of it, but definitely this one's really good. So the Rey cover, yeah, I think that's one of my favorite Momoko covers of the year. And the Yoda one's not too bad either. It's a pretty cool rendition of Yoda. So there you go. That's number 5 and 6. Well, I got 3 left, so I was way off in the numbering. That was number 4 and 5. Here is number 3. This is the Clayton Crane Maestro #1. You know, he did, I think, Venom. The original cover of this is a Venom one of him holding the Infinity Gauntlet, which I have that cover, by the way. I think I have 2 Virgin copies, which are 2 trade dress copies, which go for pretty good money. I don't think these exploded in value. I believe Frankie's and Comic Mint, there was a couple stores selling this. There's the trade dress and the Virgin. I think it was like $3,000, $1,000, that kind of deal. But I just think it's an awesome cover. It's just Crane did a great job with it. So, yep, that's my 3rd favorite cover store variant of the year. And 2nd cover of the year, store exclusive, is the Mickey Mouse Dollato cover. By far my favorite of the, he's done a couple of these now. I think the Scrooge one just was sold out about a week or so ago. That'll be coming in the next few weeks from Scorpion. So these were Scorpion comic exclusives. Sean does a great job of promoting and getting really good artists to do some unique stuff. And yeah, it's a pretty unique cover. I just think it's awesome. And obviously it did well. I think I paid $60 for the set. I got 2 sets. And I don't know, they go for, most of them are graded now. So these are 9/8 condition. Obviously I would get them graded. They've got COAs, limited to 666, and then the black and white's limited to 333. And yeah, these go for pretty good money. I think as a set, raw, probably around 700, 800, somewhere around that range. Graded would probably be over 1,000 or right around 1,000 for the set. So, yep, $60 investment. That turned out pretty well. And then my favorite store exclusive of the year is a Jenny Frison cover, Mercy #1 by Jenny Frison. This came out early in the year, I think January or February, maybe March, and I've just been in love with it all year long. It's my favorite cover of the year. It's so good. The coloring, the artistry of it, yeah, it's fantastic. So that's my store exclusive cover of the year. Jenny Frison, Mercy #1. Store exclusive. I think it was Sanctorium Comics and Oddities was the store that was selling that. All right, so there's the store exclusives. Let's move on to the regular variant covers. Believe I have 15 of these. So we'll start off with number 15. Spawn, number 309. This is the McFarlane, what's his name? Gunslinger Spawn, I think, right? Yeah, Gunslinger Spawn. That's the McFarlane cover. It's awesome. What can I say? It's McFarlane. He's still got game. He can still draw really well. This was I think a B or C cover. I think it was a B or C cover. Spawn's been really good all year long. Matinu covers have been awesome as well. But, man, I thought this cover was just fantastic. So there's the first print, and I think... I know I have a second print. I don't know why I don't have it on the back here, but yeah, there's the Matinu cover of 309. I believe I had the second print of this as well. But yeah, there's the first print. And I think that was a hot book for a week or two. I think it's cooled down some. So I don't think it's quite as hot as it was. But still a great book. McFarlane did a nice job on that one. Next one, I think this might be a store exclusive. So I think this might be. I'm not too sure. I may be wrong on this. But Killing Red Sonja. I love this cover by Aaron Bartling. Aaron's a good guy. I've had him on my live streams before. And he did a great job on this. Yeah, I just think this cover's pretty sweet. So that is Killing Red Sonja #1. And I apologize. I think this is a store exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but I think it was. So I may be off on that. All right, the next one is Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen. I think this is the third print. Or is it fourth print? I can't tell. I think it's the third print. It's the purple. I know I have the first and second print as well. I just didn't feel like digging through and pulling those out. But yeah, this cover's awesome. Definitely one of the key books of 2020. First full appearance of Punchline. This was definitely one of the best books of the year to get. There's usually about 3 or 4 really, really top books to get for the year, every year, and this is definitely one of them for 2020. So hopefully you have this in your collection, especially the first print. Long term, I think that's going to do well. Next one is Venom #25. I love Zafino. Zafino's one of my favorite artists, and he's awesome. I mean, this cover's crazy. Zafino's not on these lists as much as he used to be. I think in years past I've had a lot more Zafino covers. I don't know. He's not quite as good as he was a couple of years ago for some reason, or at least I'm not noticing his covers as being as outstanding as they normally have been. But this cover definitely is really good. It's a great cover of Venom. So, yep, that made the list for sure. So that was what, number 13? That was number 12. Number 11 is Riptide, Draken #1. I just think this cover is awesome. It was not easy to find either. I think this was a 1 in 10 incentive cover, I believe. So it is a regular, it's not a store exclusive, but it was I believe it was a 1 in 10. So it wasn't the easiest to locate. I did find a copy in Canada for like $20 shipped, and that was a pretty good deal. This was like a $40, $50 book the week it came out, and I think the price has come back down a little bit. I think you can still buy it around $30 to $35 pretty easily. But I think this cover's awesome, and it's a good series. Red 5, definitely low print run. I don't know how many of these are out there, but probably less than 1,000 or 2, so pretty low for that 1 in 10. I think we're on number 10 now. I should have these numbered. I think this is number 10. Superman Endless Winter Special #1. This came out recently, last month. What can I say? It's Grizzetti. I love Raphael Grizzetti's artwork. This one's awesome. One of the best Superman covers I've seen in a long time. Just think it's awesome. So, yeah. The one that I don't have yet that probably would have been on the list is the Boss Logic Endless Winter with Shazam on the cover. That one also I love, and I don't have it in hand yet. So, yeah, this one's pretty sweet. All right, I think this is number 10. Dark Knight's Death Metal, Legends of the Dark Knight. This is the Care Andrews 1 in 25 variant cover. This was a super hot book. There were a couple sales in the $350 to $400 range. I think it's come back down. I think raw you can buy for about $150, maybe $125. I don't think it's not near as expensive now. But it is the first full appearance of the Robin King, so it is a key book, and a book that I highly recommend that you try to find and put in your collection long term. I think I got 2 copies. And I think I paid $75 a piece for them, so I think I'm still ahead of the game on that one, but I know the price has definitely come back down to earth a little bit. But long term, I definitely think Robin King is still going to be a key character. I don't think I don't think he's going away anytime soon. So you may want to have that in your collection. So that was number 10, I believe. Number 9, Dark Knight's Death Metal. This is the Bianchi variant. This is the Multiverse Who Laughs. I think it was like a 1 in. I'm going to say it was a 1 in 25 cover. Just, man, I love this cover. It's so crazy. It's wicked. It's so sweet. I bought 3 copies of this. I went a little overboard. I went a little nuts. I don't think the prices have gone up that much on it, but I just think it's one of the best covers of the year for sure. I think that was a 1 in 25. All right. Let's see. Let me see what number we're on here. Okay, number 7. Number 7 is a book that just came out here recently, Batman #105. This is the Mattina cover, Francesco Mattina. Man, the coloring on this, I mean, I get it. He's digital artist, all that, but man, it's so good. The coloring, the composition, whew, it's beautiful. So yeah, this definitely had to be on the list for me. I love this cover. One of the best Batman covers of the year, in my opinion. So, Mattina, he killed it. Definitely killed that one. Next one is one per store, Batman 92. One of the first appearances of Punchline on the cover. This is the Jimenez design variant. This was a one per store copy. I think I paid $200 for this. I don't know if, I think it still sells around that range, maybe a little higher. Long term though, Punchline's going to be around, and I think this book could be significant long term. Trust me, there's not a lot of these out there. There's not a lot of stores anymore, comic book stores. So I'm going to say there's probably less than 3,000 of these in existence, maybe less than 2,000. I don't know. I'm going to say between 2,000 and 3,000 of these. So pretty low print run, one per store only. Definitely a lot lower than any of the other Punchline covers. And again, Batman number 92, pretty sweet. I love that black and white look. All right, this is number 5, Star Wars Bounty Hunters. I believe this is the Dave Johnson cover. This is a 1 in 50, so I think I paid $50 for it through Midtown, and yeah, this is right away. This was a hot book. This has been a $250 to $300 book for quite some time now. A lot of copies are selling in the 9.8 range for $400 to $500 pretty easily. This is definitely a 9.8 copy. I never even read it. I literally just took it and put it right into my light. I love this cover. It's awesome. Who doesn't love Boba Fett? And seeing the different bounty hunters reflected in the and on the mask, yeah, it's pretty sweet on the helmet. So yeah, that's definitely on my list of best covers for the year. Number 4 is Ice Cream Man number 20. Everyone went crazy for this. This is the Dr. Seuss homage. The story in it's awesome. Just a great read. This is one of the best independent comic book reads, in my opinion, is Ice Cream Man. And all the back issues are heating up. I mean, if you're looking at the first 10 issues, forget about it. They're sold out everywhere. You're going to be paying at least $15 to $20 a piece for them on eBay. So this whole series has been on fire, and I think this is definitely one of the best covers for the year, just because it's Dr. Seuss and it's the first print, and they've got, I think that's gone to a 3rd or 4th printing now. So definitely one of the best covers of the year, and it's just pretty cool. So I think I just have the one copy. All right, next is number 3. Man, I love this cover. This came out a couple months ago. Dark Knight's Death Metal, Rise of the New God. This is the 1 in 25 Boss Logic cover. What can I say about this? It's red and black. It's Boss Logic. It's dark. It's evil. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, this deserves to be on the list for sure. I love Boss Logic, and that one, he just killed. I mean, it's so good. Man, I love that cover. Yep, that deserves to be on the list for sure. Number 2 is Something is Killing the Children. I think this is issue number 8. This is the 1 in, I think it was a 1 in 20, 1 in 25 maybe. Jeff DeCall cover. I love the layout of this, the colors, the layout, how she's in the middle, and the trees are kind of like going away from her. I mean, it's just awesome. The kind of fluorescent blood red, pink, I don't know what that is. This is just a great cover. I bought 2 of these originally for $60 a piece. Obviously selling way more than Ratio. I sold one of them for over $125. That easily paid for the second one that I'm keeping in my collection. So I love when I can do that, buy a couple copies and make enough profit on one of them that it pays for the other one that I'm keeping in my collection. So can't do that all the time, but when it happens, it's a beautiful thing, and this was definitely one of those where I was able to do that. So Something is Killing the Children, number 8, the Jeff DeCall incentive cover. Love it. And last but not least, number 1 cover of the year, in my opinion. I love it. Nothing's even close to it. I love it. It's so good. Marked. I believe this is marked number 9. the Haberlin B cover. So there was a trade dress of this. This was the Virgin, so this was a C cover. So it's not a store exclusive, but it was not easy to get. Luckily, one of my good buddies, one of my subscribers, Luis Ramirez, was kind enough to send me a couple copies as an AOK. So he sent me 2 of these beautiful things. And yeah, I just think there's nothing even close. This cover is so good. It is a piece of artwork for sure. God, look at that. If you don't think that is an awesome cover, something's wrong. You must be blind. I just think this cover is so beautifully done. That's the cover of the year for me. So that's it, guys. 2020. I did the store exclusives and the regular covers in variants. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all the feedback. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with this list? Maybe you don't. These are just my opinions. I don't know. I mean, there's another 10 to 20 books I could have easily put on this list that I really liked, but I tried to narrow it down as much as possible. But that's it, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll have another video out this coming week, first week of January. I'm a little busy with some work stuff, but definitely will have my Thursday whiskey, cigar, and comic show. I'll have that out. I might sneak in a live stream in between. Maybe on Monday or Tuesday I can have some time to sneak one in. So look for that. I'll send out notifications when that happens. Everybody, have a great New Year's Day, and I'll see you soon.